Hey there everyone, and thank you for joining our course on Social Media Warriors. My name is Garrett Humbertson, and I'm the Digital Director with Convention of States, and I just want to give you some basic tips about being a social media warrior and how you can be most effective promoting and recruiting people on social media for Convention of States. Most people don't know about Convention of States still, and it's obviously a very crucial part of our mission is educating people about this and making sure that we're defining ourselves and we're not letting the opposition define us. That's another reason we're doing it, is because the opposition's already out there. You know, the mainstream media is distorting the Convention of States message. What is Article 5? What does it mean? And also certain fringe groups and also a lot of elitist DC-based groups are already organizing against Convention of States. So we want to harness the power of new media, and social media is such a powerful way to go around and over the heads of the media and these DC elitist groups so that we can actually educate people and recruit people into the mission and have them reach further engagement. Our mission is to support, promote, and defend Convention of States. So you're going to be scouring the internet for pro-Convention of States posts and making sure that you're making your presence felt, just leaving a positive comment and making sure that we know about that article, getting the word out there about Convention of States, recruiting new supporters, and finally defending. When you come across an article, or if you're able to find an article that's getting a lot of traffic and it's slamming Convention of States or spreading misinformation about Convention of States, then that's something that you can submit to Patriot Games. We'll talk that a little bit about Patriot Games at the end of this video and in another training video. But you want to alert the staff when negative content is found, and we'll decide if we need to respond to those kind of things. Not only looking for opportunities to educate people about Convention of States, but also inviting them to sign a petition. Now, why is it important to sign the Convention of States petition? Well, first of all, if they put their address in there correctly, then we're able to hand-deliver that petition to their state legislator. Ultimately, this is all about growing the grassroots army, making sure that not only can we get all the way to convention, which means passing our resolution in 34 states, but also all the way through ratification, which requires 38 state legislatures to do that. Right now we have this thing called 5 for 5. Get 5 friends to sign the Article 5 Convention of States petition. And that's because right now we have around 2 million supporters. Really, we need to get to 10 million, we think, to get to convention. So we're just saying, hey, all of our supporters just need to get 5 more people. But as a social media warrior, you can get 50 for Article 5, or 500 for Article 5, or maybe even 5,000 for Article 5. I think somebody's going to get there one day. But the way you do that is you use your recruiter link, and you're inviting people to sign the petition, and that allows us to get them plugged in right away. Every Convention of States volunteer has a unique recruiter link that allows you to track how many people you've recruited to sign the Convention of States petition. And so if you're using our old system on Nation Builder or our current system, you go to conventionofstates.com, make sure that you're logged in, go to the Visit Your Activist Dashboard button, then scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's your unique recruiter link that you can copy and you can paste into any comment, any social media post, and that will be a link to the petition page that people can sign, but we're able to track how many people are signing the petition based on your recruiter link. For the new website, it'll be even easier. You just make sure you're logged in, go to the dashboard, and then it'll be at the top of the Convention of States dashboard. And again, you can just copy and paste, share on Facebook, Twitter, email, whatever. So I was using my recruiter ID, and I got almost 500 new people to sign the Convention of States petition within the span of a few months. How did I do that? I did that by targeting highly trafficked posts and pages that were going to be receptive to the message of Convention of States. So I was a big Mark Levin fan, so I went to Mark Levin's page. The page that is probably most prime for this is our Facebook Convention of States project page. Did you know that about half of our followers on Facebook still have not signed the petition? So if you just want to hang out on the Convention of States Facebook page or go there a few times a day, check out the latest Convention of States posts, see what people are saying. If somebody's saying something supportive, comment under them and say, hey, that's great that you support Convention of States. Have you signed the petition? And then include your recruiter link. Usually it's the nationally known type pages. Maybe it's the Blaze or Fox News or The Hill or USA Today or something like that, or Ben Shapiro, Daily Wire. These are the kind of sites that you can be targeting. And tailor your message to the post that's been posted. You start with saying something relevant to the post, and then you transition quickly to this is why we need Convention of States, and include your recruiter link. Because maybe the post was just posted like a minute ago. Well, that's a perfect opportunity to get in there, and maybe, since you're one of the first comments, you can be, maybe a lot of people will like your comment, and you'll be one of the top comments, and that means you'll be at the top of the comments section, or near the top, and more people will see that post, more people will click on your recruiter link, and more people will sign the Convention of States petition. So it's important to target the latest posts that are coming up, and it's important to target pages that are highly followed and are going to be receptive to the Convention of States mission. The most important thing is 2 words that we use in our organization all the time is be nice or be kind. We pride ourselves on being different. Politics has become so nasty these days, and it really doesn't need to be. This is a positive movement about a solution that's in our Constitution, and we want to continue to have a reputation for being a positive, solution-based, kind, nice organization that has a real genuine love and care for our fellow Americans, even if they disagree with us. Don't use personal attacks. Don't yell in social media. Yelling is using capitalization or using a lot of exclamation points. There's really no need for that ever. And the best, most effective comments are ones that are going to be positive, ones that are going to be educational and uplifting in their tone. So that's how people catch the vision of Convention of States. They're not going to be drawn into the movement if we're negative. If you do come across someone that has objections, make sure you're staying concise. And a lot of people are just having a knee-jerk reaction and they don't know a lot about Convention of States. So it's important to just follow up with them in a nice way and answer their questions very concisely. And maybe include an article or a YouTube link like we've provided in our resources. Use your time wisely. This is incredibly important. Don't focus on these long arguments with people, especially if you can, a lot of times you can spot the committed opponents. It's really not worth it to engage with these people. You're never going to change their mind. So it's really good to, and honestly, here's a little tip. The more you comment with someone that actually is a committed opponent, the more that Facebook's going to push out that comment because they're seeing a lot of engagement on that comment. So it might rise to the top of the comment section, then everybody's seeing the opponent, so you actually accidentally promoted the opposition. We have a couple tools at our disposal. One of them is this really awesome tool that our own people have developed called Patriot Games. You need to be invited into Patriot Games, so if you're interested in this, let me know. What it is, it's basically what we call a social media war room within Patriot Games, where people can submit missions that other social media warriors can go on. So for example, if the Huffington Post prints a article that really slams Convention of States and is really spreading a lot of disinformation and flat out lies about Convention of States, we need to respond to that very quickly. So that Patriot Games allows you as a social media warrior to submit that mission or to see that somebody else submitted that mission, and so now you can click on that link, provide a positive comment for Convention of States in the comments section, and maybe read through some of the other comments, see if other people have questions, same kind of thing, see if you engage with some people, get some people that are actually on your side, because honestly, Convention of States has a nonpartisan and very popular things that are part of the platform. For example, we talk about who decides all the time. Do you think that DC and faceless, unelected bureaucrats should be making decisions about your education, your healthcare, your life? Or do you think you should make those decisions? Well, 90-some% of people are going to say, well, I should be making those decisions. We should be making those decisions closer to home. Left and right are going to agree with that. Term limits, study after study shows that about 75% of Americans agree that we need congressional term limits. Fiscal restraint, about the same number. 75% agree that we need some kind of fiscal restraint in Washington, perhaps a balanced budget or permanent caps on spending and taxation. And of course, limiting the power of the federal government. Recent studies have shown that a supermajority of Americans agree with that as well, especially in this time when the left and the right, and really all parts of our society, can agree that we need decision-making power closer to home. That's really what Convention of States is all about, is giving the citizenry more of a say in their government and making sure that government's within the constitutional limits so that our rights as Americans and as citizens of America are protected.